Many people often think they could step up when they hear cries for help, and a young couple in the Ozarks did just that. They reacted without any thought for their safety when it came to saving a life. Chris Bryant joins us in the newsroom, and Chris, one of these people is used to hearing calls for help as part of their job.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Brunetta McNeese, she's a dispatcher and has been since October for Ozark County. She was one of the people that people heard, was the first voice they heard when they would call in back in those spring storms when they could dial 911 looking for help, and she was that first person to help keep them calm. And last week, she and her boyfriend, Tanner Marriott, well, they were in the right place at the right time when they started hearing calls for help. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, it was a matter of instinct for us.
Yeah. We didn't have any time to think, neither did Haley or Grace.
No.
But staying humble.
They were the ones that carried me out of the creek, is what I was told. So
Very big help. All of them were. It was a big group act. Definitely couldn't have done it just by ourselves.
if anything was slightly off, it would have been a different story today.
Brunetta McNeese and Tanner Marriott first heard the screams for help at a swimming hole in Douglas County on June 19th.
So I know that there's a lot of choices that I felt like I should have made and didn't, that could have ended up with a bigger disaster.
The two worked to help save a young girl who got trapped in the culvert.
I mean, the odds were stacked against him. And, you know, today there's no lives lost.
While trying to help, McNeese got swept into the culvert herself. This week, the Ozark County Sheriff awarded his dispatcher an award for her efforts on that day.
You don't see that very often in the character of some of the people nowadays. I mean, they was willing to throw themselves in harm's way to make a difference.
The events of that day will haunt those who stepped up.
At a lot of hindsight, you look back and I think everybody's going to feel better once Scarlett fully pulls through and makes a full recovery. I think right now it's just the what ifs and the shoulda, woulda, couldas.
For Sheriff Cass Martin, he is aware his dispatcher and her boyfriend are going to need support.
It concerns me because I know that, you know, she's handling it well right now, but what about 5-6 months from now? So what we need to do is try to get in contact with somebody that come over here and go over the situation and help her to understand what happened.
Now, that young girl that was rescued, according to family social media posts, she is still in a St. Louis area hospital in critical condition. That award that Sheriff Cass Martin gave McNeese earlier this week was for bravery and a shining example of what it means to be a hero. It's the second award that she's gotten in just a few days. The last one was for her professionalism and her calmness while she was handling those calls during the tornadoes. In the newsroom, Chris Bryant, KY3 News.